Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I've got my Natasha Denona 28 Purple Blue Eyeshadow Palette review for you. I'm sorry this took so long, but I wanted to have some time to play with the palette. I wanted the ooh, shiny new factor to wear off so that I could really, take assessment of what I thought of the shadows. You may or may not remember, I picked this up as an impulse buy when I was in New York at the Makeup Show New York, and I got it from Beautylish. It was $239, which is really expensive for an eyeshadow palette. You are getting 28 beautiful eyeshadows. Now, each of these eyeshadows are 0.08 ounces of product. The palette itself is like 2.5 total ounces of product. So all 28 of these are full size. If you were to buy all 28 of these individually, it would be over $700 because individually they cost anywhere from $25 to $29 depending on the formula. So if you're looking at it from the perspective of you would have had to spend over $700 to buy all 28 of these shades, sure, the palette is probably a good value for the price of $239. However, if you're looking at it from the standpoint of, do I need all 28 of these eyeshadows? Then the answer is probably no. I do want to talk about the formula. Now, for me, the formula for my hooded eyes, I think the formula is very buttery. I really like how pigmented it is. I do feel like the colors blend together pretty easily. A couple of the mattes I felt like could have a little bit more pigmentation and I would be happy. For some of like the more metallic-y shades, so that I didn't get transfer onto the hood of my eye, I needed to use it with like Urban Decay's All Nighter Spray or with the mixing medium because I have hooded eyes and eyeshadow is going to transfer. Unfortunately, that's just how it is and it sucks. But that's one way to circumvent it. I do feel like they're pretty loosely pressed, so if you accidentally press down too hard, you're gonna like basically kick up a bunch of product. They reminded me of Inglot eyeshadows because of that. I accidentally pressed down too hard on this purple shade here, which is Electric Violet, and I about cried because I was like, oh no, I didn't mean to use that much product. Oh crap, that sucks. So I really recommend running your brush very lightly across them because they will pick up a ton of product. So on to the swatches. I'm going to show the swatches over here on the screen. And the first color that we have for you is 28V Electric Violet. This is a beautiful color in my opinion. It's one of the must-have shades. It is basically a cool toned purple with a blue shift. It's very pigmented. It's gorgeous. I cannot say enough nice things about it. I love, 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 love it. The next color we have is 82V Nina's Orchid, and that's this badass like magenta purple matte. Another color that I feel is a true must-have from this palette. I love it, and of course I don't think that there are enough really good pigmented purples out there, so these two did not let me down. I was thrilled by them. They're awesome. If you are a purple lover, you will love those two. The next color we have is Aubergine. This is another matte. This one's okay. I wish it had a little bit more pigmentation, but it did blend out very nicely. Next we have 22M, which is a maroon. Next we have 23P, which is a smoky plum. Next we have 49M, which is vintage. Next we have 05M, which is Calypso Blue. This is one of those colors that a lot of different brands has. It basically has that reddish brown base shade with a strong blue, like blue to turquoise green shift. So it's a very nice formula. It's a very nice color, but you probably already have this color in your stash. Wet n Wild's Comfort Zone palette has it. Makeup Geek Insomnia is similar. Like there's a lot of colors that are similar to this, so you probably already have a dupe in your collection and you don't need it. Next we have 80M Piggy. This is a really pretty pale pink. 52M Golden Beige. And I actually really like this one. It's very delicate. You could use it as an inner lid color. You could use it for a neutral look. You could use it for a highlight if you have a deeper skin tone. Then we have Golden Rose. Oh my god, this color is so beautiful. However, this is another one that you probably have a dupe for in your collection. Sugar Pill's Kitten Parade is similar. Phyrra's Rapunzel Head Extensions is similar. And Makeup Geek Cosmopolitan is another similar shade. So you probably have another eyeshadow that is similar to this. Next we have 40M Lavender Gray, 12M Glaze, 38M Gray Brown, 04M Chromatic. This one's almost like chunky with the way it looks and the way it kind of applies. I would recommend using it with a mixing medium or applying it damp. This is 92M Petroleum Blue. I think this one is absolutely stunning. This is actually the other color in the palette that drew my attention, and I said, oh my god, I need that color. Next is 03V Deep Pacific. This is 01V Navy. I really like this matte. This is 11M Metallic Steel Blue, another beautiful color. This is 11V Steel Blue, and this is basically the semi-matte version of the previous shade. This is 84V Powder Blue. This is okay. I don't really like this color, but you know, I did notice that there's a similarity to, it's very similar to the Urban Decay Heads Roll Roll shade from the Alice Through the Looking Glass palette. 89V Co Tau. I don't really like this color either. It's like a pale powdery blue, just it's not a me shade. Next we have 9M Quicksilver. Love this one. This is 65V Smoke. I love this one too. This is 70P Cool Plum. This is 63M Oxide. This is 51M Rosewood. This is 75P Satin Skin. I kind of like this one. And last but not least is 32P Deep Slate Gray, which really looks brown. There are a lot of browns and brown tone plums and brown tone burgundies in here. Like, I found that personally disappointing because when I hear purple and blue palette, I'm thinking purples and like, you know, burgundies and wines, but not brown toned. That's what the brown and green palette is for. So it was disappointing to me to see so many brown shades in here. And like, this coppery orange, I mean, yeah, I guess it can look good with blue or it can look good with purple, but it's not a blue or a purple. I also don't feel like there's really a true burgundy wine, and like aubergine is kind of close, but not exactly. So I wish that there had been more of that true red-based color rather than any of the browns. Now, if you're gonna ask me, do you absolutely need this palette? I'm gonna tell you no, you do not. You do not need to impulse buy this palette like I did. I think that your average makeup lover probably doesn't have a need for a 28 pan palette like this unless you're gonna use absolutely every single shade. Now, if you are a makeup artist, I think that this would be a great investment for your kit because you probably would have a use for all of these colors if you were doing editorial looks, maybe some bridal looks. I personally think that your average makeup lover would just benefit by buying 2 to 4 shades from the palette. And so if I had to pick 2 to 4, I would absolutely pick the 2 purples here, which are Electric Violet and Nina's Orchid. And for the blues, I would pick the Petroleum Blue and the Deep Pacific. So do I regret buying it? No, I don't regret buying it because I ended up liking about 16 of the colors and being disappointed with about 11 of the colors because they were brown or brownish. And I really, really loved 9 of the colors. And if I had bought 9 of the colors individually, I would have spent, I think, over $200. So I felt like, you know, I'm getting my money's worth out of this palette. So in addition to not liking all of the freaking browns that are in this palette, like 11 shades, I also dislike the fact that the name of the colors is not printed on the palette. It's on this little plastic sheet that I ripped out. And I think that the reason they did this is because you can pop these out, but I'm not gonna pop these out because I'm afraid that I will break one or I'll gouge one with a nail. So to me, it's kind of not worth it to have the ability to pop them out if I will never do it. So I really feel like they, you know, for $239, they could have printed the name on there. That's just my personal opinion. You do get a mirror with the palette, but I mean, it's pretty basic. It's white, it's no frills, and white gets dirty so easily. Like, I'd rather be black, but that's just my own personal preference. So overall, I really like this palette, but I don't think it's for everyone. I think that for the price, you're getting a ton of product because these are all full-size eyeshadows. But if you're only interested in a couple shades, I highly recommend just buying the individual colors or the 5-pan palettes because I think that's better for your average makeup lover. Because I really don't think that most people would use all 28 colors in this palette. Maybe they would. Maybe I'm just, you know, weird because I don't like browns. Anyway, what do you think of the Natasha Denona 28 color purple blue palette? Please be sure to let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share with a friend. And if you haven't already, be sure you subscribe to my channel. I make new videos weekly. Thanks so much for watching.